South Dearborn is coached by Mike Brown. Many of you may not know Coach Brown. He's not with us tonight. I've heard all kinds of excuses, but kidney stones, please. That's the bet. You don't want to be here, you don't want to be here. This is what you're going to come up with? I've known Mike Brown for a long time. He's been a head coach for 29 years. He's won 462 games. His 462 games puts him amongst the active coaches at number 17. Most recently, he was at Crawford County, had legendary teams at Paoli. He's one of the good guys. He's one of the best coaches the state has seen. You're going to see a lot of him, obviously, throughout the year. We're pleased to have with us Bill Rose from South Dearborn High School representing Mike Brown.
First of all, I talked to Coach early this morning, and he had been fighting the kidney stones for a while, and he basically said, "Hey, you ready to speak tonight?" I said, "Sure, yeah, I'll be ready to speak tonight." But just a little bit about Coach. Coach took the program over early summer. Like was said, he really knows the game, really been at it a long time, really been working with the kids. Probably in the last couple of weeks he hasn't been able to see him. That probably frustrates him more than anything. But the group of kids that we have coming back are a bunch of hardworking kids. He really wants to push changing the culture for us. We have not had very good seasons the last couple years. We've battled through a little bit of adversity, but also just really haven't put good basketball on the floor to be watched. So our main focus for us, Justin Pettit, I'll be doing the varsity assistant job, but Justin Pettit will be doing our JV job, and Rob Bucher will be doing our freshman job. Those guys are both here with me tonight. They put a lot of hours in. Coach has kind of got down to the ground level. We've pushed to the junior high, really got some of his stuff going over there. Like was said earlier, Coach really put some time and effort into kind of setting us up and getting us rolling on things. But he has a certain way of doing things. He's a matter-of-fact kind of guy. He really pushes the kid hard, but he also has done some things to challenge some kids. We got coming back for us, we got Drew Lewis, who's a 3-year starter for us. We have Dakota Gibbs, who ran our point for us last year. Probably will do a little bit of that this year, on and off the ball. We have Kenny Carpenter, a post player who Coach loves, and if anybody talks to Coach Brown at all, he loves football players that play basketball. That's just what he loves. All his teams have really thrived on that. We have tried to get a few more football players to come out and play. We've been successful with that. We have another senior that's really tore his knee up in the sectional when we played our first round game last year and destroyed it, but really recovered well. He's in another, I think, 30 days. Evan Oatman will be coming back and cleared for full go. He's able to run straight but just can't go left or right. But right now, those guys, we got a couple juniors coming back for us. Justin Jones, Alex Smith, Chase Pfeffer. All those guys played for me last year on the JV level. The one thing that those guys really did was they did play the game really hard. Coach is really pushing that this year for us to play hard. I can't say that we played the hardest our last couple years, but we definitely are going in that direction this year. Like I said before, he's looking to change the culture for us. He's looking to adapt a lot of his style of play, and I think we're going to be a lot more fun to watch, a lot more competitive to watch. When you look down our roster, we got a bunch of kids that are all about the same size. There's not going to be a lot of real big kids, but the thing about it is Coach likes to play up and down a little bit. He likes to put a little full court pressure on, and we're hoping to be able to do that. Just assessment so far. When he got in early, we went to team camp, and we went to Rose Holman to play some team camp. For us, that gave him a little bit of assessment of where we were and where we need to get to. As far as us moving in that direction, we've made some progress. We've had some kids work hard. We don't have a lot of football players, so that helps us a little bit. The football players we do have, we did finally get a little bit of contact with this week. So they've came in. They've kind of got a little bit more physicality to our game. We have not been that way in the past, but that is a direct push from Coach Brown to make sure that does happen. As far as us competing, I know Coach looked at our previous conference record, which we didn't win a game in. He looked at our previous season record, which we were 2-22. He said, "Man, I tell you what, I'm gonna commit suicide if we don't do better than this." And you know, once you're around Coach, he's got so many good stories to talk about. I'll tell you one briefly, just about Rose Holman camp. He was basically letting me run the guys in and out, and Coach Bucher and Coach Pettit as well. And he was trying to evaluate the kids. We had one of our post players, not the best outside shooter, but sometimes when they get out of the paint, they like to let them go. So he caught one somewhere around the high post area and let it fly and drew nothing. No iron, no backboard, no nothing. And Coach says, "Coach, get him out of the game." I get him out of the game. He comes over. He says, "You ever remember making one of those shots?" And he said, looked at him square, real honest kid, hard worker for us. He said, "No, Coach, I don't." He said, "Well, how about down there on that block? You remember making any of those?" And he said, Yeah, I remember making those." He goes, "Your job is to get down there on that block and score down there on that block. And when other guys shoot, you go rebound their shot and you put it in." And you know what? Sometimes that's a true story, man. When you get in a ball game, those guys like that do the hard work for you, those guys are going to help you win ball games. So I thought that was a great way of explaining to him, that's not your shot, but that is your shot. So anybody that is around this game very long, like a lot of you guys have been, can appreciate that. But you know, as far as culture for us, I mean, Coach mentioned this is the hardest job he's ever taken over, and I think he took over Crawford County in somewhat the same situation. Said his first year he had 4 wins, and he said, "Just get ready for the fire drill, because we may run 5 in and we may run 5 out because somebody's making a mistake." But I know he's going to work hard at it. We got good assistant coaches working hard at it. We got kids buying into what he wants to do. So I think this year for us, big games for us. Like Coach said earlier, all games are going to be big for us. But I hate to say it, but the coach for Rising Sun, he does a great job with his kids, but that's going to be a huge game for us. It's just going to be a huge game for us to try to establish the way Coach Brown wants to play. And I know Coach will have his team ready. I know our crosstown games with the Tigers will always be good. I know our county rival with East Central will be good. Our conference is so tough with great coaches in our conference. There's not a whole lot of nights off for us. We play in the Christmas tournament over at South Ripley. That was a great tournament for us last year. You get a lot of games, get a lot of good opponents, and they do a nice job with that over there. So I think we're looking forward to going back to that. We're running a little junior high camp, and we've done some stuff with just those junior high kids to get coaches' stuff going. So I think for us, I hope we're ready to compete confidence-wise for us. We just been a little soft and selfish, all right? And you're not going to be a very good basketball team when you're soft and selfish. So we need to work towards being strong, being tough, sharing the basketball, being a good teammate, learning what your role is, and playing. So, like I said, looking forward to the competition this year. I've watched a lot of you guys coach. Watched Coach Meyer win the state championship last couple years. Coach Kerry Brown, who was at our school, did a really nice job for us as well from Connorsville. Just the thing about it is, for us, we need to take that right step, and I think Coach Brown is a good leader for us in the situation we're in. He does think it's an uphill climb, but I think we're in good position to take the first step in the right direction. So thank you, guys. Appreciate it.